Palmeiras has 142 wins in the Libertadores. Corinthians, 142 matches. The gap just keeps getting bigger. What's up, guys?
Not at our pace, man. We drink way too much. It's just too much. No one can keep up with partying like this. Seriously.
Hey, guys, how's it going? Everything good with you? Thursday, May 29th, around 6:11 p.m., and I've got a frost alert here on my computer. It's freezing across southern Brazil and the southeast too. The cold must have hit São Paulo and other cities in the region by now. It's 13 degrees here in Londrina. We hit a low of 4.7 this morning. It's cold as hell, man. It's freezing, and it's snowing in some parts of Santa Catarina. Let's take care of each other. If you've got clothes or a jacket in good condition, donate them. A lot of people are in need. Being cold with nothing to wear is tough. It doesn't matter who you give it to. Just help. Do your part. Donate some old shoes. I got a bunch of sneakers I don't wear anymore. I'm gonna donate too, man. I gotta clean out my closet. The cold is already here. Let's help people living on the streets. Let's step up. Some folks say everyone on the street is an addict. Come on, man. Just do your part. Don't judge. Just help. God will return it to you double. I've helped before, like when I was heading to lunch near my place. I live in downtown Londrina. There's a nice self-serve spot called Caco in the center. A bit pricey for Londrina. It's a higher-end place. I used to eat there a lot when I had my store downtown. One day I was wearing this black Echo jacket I brought from the US. A nice one. I saw this teenage boy sitting shirtless on the street. It was freezing. I took off my jacket and gave it to him. I'm not saying this to brag. Charity shouldn't be about showing off, but did I regret it? No, not at all. I saved up later and bought another jacket. Same model, which wasn't even sold in Brazil anymore. But I did my part. What he did with it, whether he sold it, gave it away, or traded it for drugs, doesn't matter. What matters is that we do our part. Guys, 142 Libertadores wins by Palmeiras. And Corinthians, 142 matches. Crazy, right? Big rivals, big teams from São Paulo. From Brazil. And look at the difference between our rival and us, we Corinthians. Actually, not all Corinthians fans, just a small part. When will the club itself realize how much this gap is growing between us and them? Not day by day, but by the minute the gap gets bigger. It's just growing, guys. I'm going to show you the stats. Palmeiras' incredible qualification for the Libertadores round of 16, their numbers, and how they compare to Corinthians. You'll see I'm right. 142 to 142. Palmeiras wins versus Corinthians matches. Let me fix my Machu Picchu Peruvian cap here. Let's go. 142 Libertadores wins for our rivals, Palmeiras. And we've played 142 matches. Just check out these numbers. They're right here on the screen. Palmeiras, 248 matches in the Libertadores and 142 wins. Corinthians, 142 matches, 70 wins. Hugo, what does that mean? It means those who learn how to play the Libertadores win the Libertadores. We even talked about this the other day on Pauta Livre. A lot of people said, to win the Libertadores, you need to play it every year. Andres Sanchez said that a while back. Corinthians played a few years and won it in 2012. But since then, we haven't even managed to qualify properly. We make it to the pre-Libertadores and get knocked out. In the Sudamericana, we crash in the first round. Corinthians is the only Brazilian team to be eliminated twice in both the Libertadores qualifiers and the Sudamericana group stage, the second-tier South American tournament. Meanwhile, look at Palmeiras in the Libertadores. They're better in everything, literally everything. And when I say we should learn from Palmeiras, I'm not lying, not making excuses, not sucking up. The truth is, our clubs, not just Corinthians, São Paulo, Santos, and several other Brazilian clubs, should take a hard look at Palmeiras' management model because it works. Hugo, but they had Paulo Nobre. Brother, for a club as big as Corinthians, don't tell me there's no one willing to invest. Someone could step in and save Corinthians, but the problem is the people inside the club. They don't want that, and they won't let it happen. So, man, we'll never make it. Just look. Palmeiras, trophies, Libertadores, obsession, top performances, Palmeiras all the way. 6 matches, 18 points, goal difference of 13. Second is Sao Paulo with a great campaign, 78%. Third, Estudiantes from Argentina with 67. Top scores, Palmeiras 17, River and Racing 13 each. Best goal difference, Palmeiras 13, Racing 10, Vélez 7. Highest sofa score ratings, Palmeiras 7.15, Vélez 7.09. Racing 7.08. Man, this is insane. What Palmeiras did in this first stage of the Libertadores is insane. And they're also leading the Brasileirão. Hugo, Flamengo beat them. Sure, but Flamengo could beat anyone right now. They struggled yesterday to get past Táchira to qualify for the Libertadores round of 16. But ask around. Nobody wants to face Flamengo. Everyone wants to avoid them because they know how strong that team is. They can take on anyone in this Libertadores. And even with those struggles, they're still favorites alongside Palmeiras. But Palmeiras has stats that make anyone jealous. Perfect in the group stage. 6 out of 6. Total dominance. Hugo. But it was just Sporting Cristal from Peru. Brother, we barely beat the Racing from Uruguay 1-0 with a lucky goal. We got knocked out by mighty Huracan from Argentina, remember? We got dominated, man. We played terribly. But when Palmeiras faces these weaker teams like Sporting Cristal, they go in and crush them. No mercy. They destroy. That's how you win championships, bro. Now, Palmeiras will play the first leg away and the return at home. Does that guarantee the title? No, but it's a huge advantage, playing the first leg away and deciding at home. But to do that, you have to bring back a solid result from the away game. And those guys haven't lost away in ages. It's 10 straight away wins, I think, and 18 unbeaten. That's what wins championships. That's how you lift trophies. So Corinthians, your Santos, your São Paulo, pay attention. Especially São Paulo right next door. Post a spy over there. Watch what they're doing differently and copy it. Bring it to Corinthians, to São Paulo, to Santos. Because honestly, we can't compete anymore. But we won the Paulista Championship. You think Palmeiras cared about that? Do you think Palmeiras played the Paulista Championship with the same intensity as Corinthians? Do you really think it meant more to them than it did to us? Of course not, man, of course not. And that might be the only title we win this year, or even in the coming years, because Corinthians is just going downhill. The situation's a mess. We've got a president facing impeachment, an interim president, cops showing up, missing training gear. It's no wonder investors won't touch us. How are we supposed to build anything? We owe $35 million, I think, and we just got knocked out of the Sudamericana. That tournament could have brought in a big payday. Maybe that's why the players underperformed in Argentina. Do you think they cared? Do you think they were hungry to win? Where was the passion? Palmeiras played yesterday with heart. Even in a meaningless match, they could have lost 10-0 and still showed more fight. And that's the leader of the Brasileirão. leader of the Brasileirão, leader of the Libertadores, yet they went out there and gave it their all, played with heart, honored their jersey, and our Corinthians squad can't even show that to the fans who booed them at the end, and rightfully so in Argentina. That's the difference in mentality, in management, a team that's well run, with a long-term project. With the great Abel Ferreira. Meanwhile, people already want Dorival out, and I warned you. I told you when they hired Dorival that he's not the guy for Corinthians. If they fire him now, I don't know his termination fee, but I'm sure it's higher than Ramon Diaz's who came before. But the coach isn't the problem, right? You can already tell the coach isn't the issue. The problem is our squad. It's weak. Totally unbalanced. Not fit for this many competitions. It's going to fluctuate a lot, more downs than ups. That's our future. Uncertain, a big question mark. Their future could end with a Brasileirão title. Yeah, they've got a tough match away against Cruzeiro. They'll be in the Club World Cup, but it's unclear what their role will be. I think it's really hard for any Brazilian team to win that, but they'll be fighting for the Libertadores title. They'll be in the mix for the Brazil Cup and the Brasileirão as well. Main role, while we play supporting roles. You know, a praça é nossa. Carlos Alberto sat there. He's at Globo now. And the stars were Lero Lero, Go Go, Paulinho Go Go. Palmeiras is Carlos Alberto. Paulinho Go Go is Flamengo, also a star. Corinthians, we're that extra pretending to talk in the background at the bar. Having a drink in the back, that's it. We're extras. We became extras, so learn. Learn from those who know. Follow the example of those doing it right. Because right now it's the best managed club in Brazil. Palmeiras has the strongest squad in Brazil, and they're serious contenders in every tournament. It's Palmeiras. This guy's not a Corinthians fan. No, man, I speak the truth. Drop your thoughts in the comments, no matter who it offends. What do you think? About this Palmeiras? About the Corinthians? 142 Libertadores wins for Palmeiras. And 142 games for Corinthians. It's ridiculous. It's depressing. Sad. Sending love. Grab a blanket. Chill on the couch. God bless. I'm out.